Not so long ago, everyone knew the face of our adversary. A trench-coated spy with an Eastern European accent. A product of the communism that was trying to threaten our American way of life. In those days, our forces went to battle against recognizable countries with governments and armies. But today, things have changed. We're still dealing with threats from outside, but increasingly, our adversaries are receiving help from within. Sometimes deliberately, but more often completely by accident. Today, the adversary could be aided by your battle buddy, your spouse, or even you, without you even knowing it. Just as loose lips sink ships was the watchword during World War II, we now need to realize that careless keystrokes can kill.
And this just in from Baghdad. Insurgents, including at least 2 suicide car bombers, attacked U.S. forces in Baghdad today. The troops were part of a detail transporting the Secretary of Defense to an undisclosed location for a top-secret morale-building visit to troops in theater. The Secretary is unaccounted for, and casualties are reported to be numerous. More details as they become available.
I'm not thrilled about having to stay over here longer, but if I have to, what better reason than to escort the SecDef? This couldn't come at a better time. The morale around here has hit an all-time low. Now this won't go public till he's back stateside, so keep it to yourself. Don't worry if you don't hear anything for a while. I've been detailed to the unit transporting him. As a result, the earliest we'll be coming back is March 20th. Kiss my little angel for me. Love, John.
And so, dear readers, as they say, nothing learned is ever wasted. Soon, I'll have yet another chance to use what I've learned about escorting visiting dignitaries in this hellish land. When the big guy arrives here in the Green Zone, he'll be placed in my unit's tender care. That's all for now from the sandbox.
If my research is on target, there should be a number of the SecDef's people here. Let me scan and see what I can find. Ah, several choices. Let's see what they have to offer. 2 laptops? Whoa, tons of Blackberries. Try a Blackberry. Not this one. How about, yes, a calendar would be a good start. Sometime before March 20th. Baghdad? But when and how? What's this? The whole day is blocked for a security detail. 17th.
Harrison here. Hey, I think we've got the details settled on that visit. Hold on just 1 second, will you? Yeah, it looks like the departure date is set for the 17th. Yeah, the 17th. The DV should be ready to roll around 0730 for Andrews. Yeah, we're going to meet up with the security detail there. No, we've got that covered also. No, what's going to happen is that unit has been extended for a couple of weeks. They will handle the transport from the airport to the green zone. Yeah, that's going to cover it. No, I think that's everything we need. Okay, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
How are you?
Good. Would you mind?
Sure. There we go.
There you go.
After you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm good. All right, thank you. We are really busy today.
Oh, yeah. Well, the opening ceremony and the change of command tomorrow. They got the whole 6th floor tied up. Might as well be the whole building.
I had to rush right over. Somebody decided to mess with the general's computer. I gotta get it cleaned up.
Personally, I'll be glad when things get back to normal.
I hear you on that one.
Oh, boy. Oh, there we go.
That was too easy.
"23 U.S. troops and 9 civilians were killed during the attack in Baghdad this past Tuesday. The explosions were a result of several IEDs, or improvised explosive devices, in addition to 2 car bombs. The Secretary of Defense has not been confirmed as one of the casualties at this time. However, this tragedy has affected our community drastically. Our very own Colonel John Tipps, who was fundamental in establishing our community's baseball little league, was killed. He was part of the security detail attached to escort the secretary. Colonel Tipps is survived by his wife and 8-month-old girl. The family is asking that instead of flowers, those wishing to contribute can do so at www.optruth.com. This is a tragic blow for our community, and John will be missed. A memorial service is set for Monday.
The technology exists to intercept or even record email content without your knowledge. We cannot assume that emails can't or won't be compromised, including names of places, deployment timelines, or mission details make you and your unit a target. Information that can identify your family, such as addresses, phone numbers, and schedules, can put your loved ones in danger. Indiscreet blogs, personal websites, and other electronic communications provide our adversaries with a goldmine of public domain information to analyze and act upon. It's a fact. Our adversaries obtain 80% of the information they need to hurt us from unprotected, open sources. Unprotected blog content creates a security risk that places you, your unit, and your mission in jeopardy. Freedom of speech does not include the right to endanger someone else's life and liberty. A good rule of thumb is never to post anything that you wouldn't fax directly to the adversary's headquarters, or that you wouldn't want to see on the front page of a newspaper. New technologies bring new vulnerabilities and responsibilities. Be observant, practice good OPSEC, and avoid mistakes that compromise an operation. Wireless technology is particularly vulnerable. Be sure that all security features are enabled on your equipment and don't rely on the default settings. Anything sent unencrypted over the internet or via wireless forms of communication, whether stateside or in theater, is automatically compromised. Many newer cell phones have built-in global positioning system or GPS devices that were intended to facilitate 911 emergency responses stateside. In theater, these devices can be accessed by the enemy to make you a target. Targets can be struck within 40 to 60 seconds of being identified. Don't be one of them. Physical security is the foundation of network security. Never allow anyone access to areas where they don't belong. And check IDs carefully before permitting entry to a building or restricted area. Our adversaries don't always look like adversaries. So be willing to challenge the computer repair technician, the delivery driver, the courier, or anyone you don't personally know. And always secure your work area and equipment when you leave the room. Never connect personal or unclassified equipment to the SIPRnet. Classified and unclassified hardware, information, and networks are not to be mixed under any circumstances. This includes removable drives. Be sparing in your personal use of file-sharing software. Peer-to-peer transfers of oversized files such as MP3s and videos slow down the network and take up bandwidth that could be better used by war-fighting applications. These file transfers also put the network at risk for viruses, worms, Trojan horses, and other malware that can hide undetected in downloaded materials. All it takes is one infected computer to bring down an entire network.
Hello, I'm General James Cartwright, Commander, U.S. Strategic Command. STRATCOM is responsible for the global command and control of U.S. strategic forces. My mission areas center on computer network operations and oversight of the Joint Task Force Global Network Operations. The Global Information Grid, or GIG, DoD's network of networks, makes it easy to transmit critical information to our troops wherever it is needed, anywhere in the world. And on a personal level, lets our warfighters keep in touch with the folks back home. It is imperative that you never forget that anything you do on a local network can have a ripple effect throughout the entire gig. Information technology is transforming the Department of Defense and is changing the way we wage war. Whether stateside or deployed, never be too busy to worry about OPSEC. Our security policies are here for a purpose, to safeguard your life and mission. It is no longer enough to simply follow standard procedures. Security today requires personal accountability on the part of us all. We must be vigilant. 9/11 proved that. The person we call a terrorist may be lauded as a freedom fighter or a martyr in his or her own part of the world, and assassinations are their way of life. Do your part to keep yourself, your unit, and your country safe. Don't give the adversary an opportunity. Think before you speak or type. Be careful what you disclose, and never forget that careless keystrokes can kill.
Before you blog, type, transmit, speak, or assume, take a moment to think like the adversary. Look around. If the adversary were trying to target you, what information would he find, and how would he interpret or use it? Visualize your surroundings through the adversary's eyes. He's looking for the simple things that add up to establish a pattern. Don't make it easy for him. For more information on how to help keep your unit and your country safe, visit the Interagency OPSEC Support Staff, IOS, or the Joint Information Operations Center, JIOC, on the web.